Good morning, everyone. Roz here on Saturday, the 19th of December, and I'm just going to do a little preamble. And I probably find it embarrassing, but happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Shaz, happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. Oh, look, for special birthdays, I'm going to do that. Especially for those who are close and dear to me, and in public, and around wherever the globe you are watching from. I just had to do that little surprise. A special friend has a very special birthday today. So, wishing you all the best for your day, and I'll see you later on in the day, of course, as well. We're here for our card spread reading though. We've got the 5 cards laid out, ready to go. And they are interesting. So we'll get to that. Do turn on your own intuitive senses and bring them to the fore. Allow yourself to actually know that you do know it within that level of inner you. And understand that you can trust that. So bring it on. Let's tap into these cards and get what messages there are for today. Now I've got to go to that one. And here we are. We've got the cards for us here. In the usual layout, what we've got is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck, as I usually use, because I just love this set of cards. They're just superb. Absolutely gorgeous. And occasionally I'll mix it up. Usually on a Saturday I use a different deck, but this morning I decided I'd actually use this one. And there's a good morning from, how did I do that? Oh, a particular person has got my... I know who you are. It's not me saying good morning, Roz. Shaz, how are you this morning? Because she's on my team in the back end of some of these. Oh, why is there no sound? Should be. Hold on a sec. Let me double check this. Maybe your volume is not up. It should be sound. If there's anyone else there not getting any sound, please let me know, because I won't keep going until there is. Otherwise, Shaz, you missed your happy birthday song. I don't know. Don't know about that one, Kathy. There, you've put it there. I'm not sure. And there is sound. Ah, good. Thank you. So I'll continue onwards. Thanks for that. And yes, this is the Shaz. I can hear you. Goody, goody. Did you hear your birthday songs first up? And Kim, good morning. Lovely to have you here as well. Kathy, you probably do need to just check your volume, or that something is plugged in correctly or whatever. So hi, Prue. Oh, did I say that? I probably did. Anyway, now that we know that I've got sound, and you may have to watch the start again, Shaz. And here we go. We've got the flowers in the workspace. We've got the child is in the home space. Perfect, perfect, perfect place. We've got the young man in the unexpected space. Now, I know we've had the young man 3 times this week so far from memory. Tower is in our role, and we've got the letter as that outcome. So a very interesting layout. Do it again. Oh, look. Oh, okay. Before we move on, let me just do that. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Shaz, Sharon, happy birthday to you. Hooray! There you go. Now you've watched, you've seen, and it is a happy birthday for you. I predict that already. So here we go back to the cards. Now we're going to get into the reading. So here. And, oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it, Kathy? Somehow, whoops. Well, sound, technology being what it is. And technology is what it is. We've got the flowers in our workspace today. And I have a funny feeling, didn't we have something similar to that yesterday? Or was it the day before? I know we've had it similar there. Sun is here. Okay. I was just having to check. I'm not sure whether I'm live on the... I'll have to be live on the My Time. I was just deciding to check. I thought I better actually check too that it was actually live on the My Time without a blue screen. But anyway. And hi, Kay. And big grin on your face. Of course you do have. It's a lovely time to have your special birthday, isn't it? Look at the weather out there. Perfect. Going to be a beautiful day. I'll get back to the reading, I really will. The flowers in that workspace, look, it is coming up to the wind-up of the year in many respects, and hopefully a good wind-up for our year. Today, it's for the flowers for Shaz. Lovely, lovely. In your workspace, you're not working today, so, doesn't matter. You're going to have a wonderful day with all the gifts and the celebration more than anything. So day off work today. And I think at times we can ourselves give that day off work. And it is a Saturday and it is leading up to, it's under a week to Christmas Day now. And all of that may entail for you. Have a beautiful day. Flowers are the indication of such a beautiful natural creation that we can appreciate. In cut form as a bunch of flowers, or even on what is natural, the bushes, the roses, the tulips, the daisies, anything that we really enjoy as flowers, and the bees enjoy them, and all sorts of things that happen with what is that natural beauty. So bring that forward in your day-to-day. Share, give and receive. It's that all-round factor of, well, what is life but seeing the beauty in it, even in our work, whichever. I mean, I know some might be needing to work today. It's not just because it's a happy birthday, everybody gets it off. Or is it, Shaz? There's Kay saying happy birthday too. And you're on the My Time, yes. Yeah, I had just checked that too. Good morning, Rosie. And Kathy's saying the happy birthday to Sharon as well. So we'll move onward. So from that is our gifting and receiving and the acknowledgement of that specialness of beauty in us, the beauty in others. Okay, that's what I'm feeling with the card there today. And we've got then moving over into the child, into our home space. It's enjoying life, the possibilities. You see that beautiful, and that's the one that sometimes can be a bit hard to see in the detail. And I don't know, see how that's actually the book that's opening with all the possibilities, the rainbow included, all the possibilities of what we can create in our own adventures, our own pathway, our own joys in life. You look at the child, see how they're just gazing at what is the possibilities. That child is, wondering, I just saw the focus changing then, is wondering of the possibilities. I'll just lay that straight. Wondering about the possibilities, what's next and what can I do? You see the moonbeams and the little glitters in behind from that beautiful window and the colours that are there. All the colours of the rainbow, all the possibilities, and we need to be stepping into that energy today of our inner child and allowing that excitement. I mean, to me, the child doesn't look so much excited, but just in that moment of wonderment. It's almost like that stunned silence we sometimes get, or a pregnant pause, or that type of thing. Just allow that to be part of how you're experiencing your day, in that amazement of what's going to be ahead. And especially since there's so much excitement around, if you've got family that's got young children or grandchildren, you'll see that excitement happening and building up. And today there is that, I wonder about it, isn't it? So we're going to move up now to the young man, still in that contemplative mode. I think that masculine energy really is coming to the fore in the next few days. It's been telling us of its presence and reminding us that we need to actually be in touch with both sides of who we are. I do sense that most times it is the women who are coming in to watch these live streams. There's not too often where the gentlemen are popping in. I mean, I know that there has been, and you may be watching without commenting, and that's all good, because we are a balance of both our masculine and feminine, and we need to remember that it's not that there has to be a completeness in each and every one of us to that degree where we're all perfectly balanced, because our interactions and our relationships actually create that in itself in our community, so that we end up having that balance work itself through. That's why we come together in community and groups, and the friendships that we choose and things like that. So do acknowledge that those times of feeling that strength of the younger masculine, and possibility of those new outlooks and perspectives around what we're having in our day to day in those relationships and connections too. We've got the Tower here in our role, that this is what we're responsible for in our role in our day. So what I actually noticed mostly was this beautiful blue sky, the colour of this blue. Now, it's not doing it justice in this camera at the moment, because it's more of a gorgeous turquoise type colour. As you can tell, like, it's more matching what the colour of this is what the colour of this sky is looking like. It is that intense and blue in this photo. So for me, it's got that calming waters feel almost. You know how the ocean, well, it does here occasionally on our Boomer Beach and at Middleton and the rest. It comes through as an absolutely gorgeous turquoise colour. And it really does bring about that feeling of peace, the serenity, the especially with the Tower, it can sometimes feel like it's just a never-ending pillar of what we are achieving, what we're aiming for, how we're building our is it stability? How we're building our lives, I suppose, and going along our pathways. There is that need for a home base, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. And we're building it with those solid foundations. That is our role. It's what most people tend to be gathering for themselves. So in life, it's not, it's not the nomadic life anymore, because there just isn't the space in the world, the global, in some respects. So we do tend to plant our feet in one place and live there for a while and build what we're doing in that space for a while. And this is giving that peace and calm around what our decisions are in getting to that goal for ourselves. So that's what I'm feeling with the Tower today. Feel that stability and the calmness around what we are aiming for. Here we have the letters, and especially this time of year, I suppose many of us may be getting or giving the Christmas cards. It is a form of communication. Sometimes for us it's just but the once a year that we do this, but it still does create that connection, that reconnection with many people. Here we've got the gift of flowers, and we've got the gift of all possibilities, and now we can have that gift of the cards and the communication in that way. Keeping people in touch that, hey, we are still here, and here's our catch up. I know my mum and dad used to do a little letter that they'd put in as a yearly letter for those that they, towards those years where you don't have the ability to drive around and catch up with everybody. And, sometimes ringing wasn't always a possibility, or you'd lose phone numbers and the rest. In general, you tended to have addresses still, and you'd send off the cards, and that's what they'd do. And it was a really good way of actually revisiting, reflecting back on what your year was, to write that little, this is what's happened for this year, and just thought we'd keep in touch with you, and let you know where our family's been at, what's been happening, and just a general newsy thing with the latest photo. And it has been a great way to catch up. For me, that hasn't been what my habit's been over the years. There's a few things I didn't pick up from my mum and dad that I haven't sort of kept up with as traditional or anything. But hey, look, start your own even for this year. It's not too late to send them. It's nice to receive the cards after Christmas even, make them as a New Year's one. Whatever you want to continue on with that communication, it really does feel like you are connecting and communicating today. There's something about the today that you know that you've connected with the right people in your life in written form in this way. That's what the card's telling us. So, good morning, Kim. And, in his Christmas card title 2020. That's a good one. That's revisiting, isn't it, in a real way? And good morning, Louisa. Lovely to have you here too. So I find, it really is. Oops, I've just got to go back to that too. And it really is more about the life that we live, the pathways that we choose they are going to be unique to us, because it's only you that is going to know what you want in that inner sense, in what is the choices that you make. It's the how you feel about certain things and where you do like stuff. If you like it, follow it up a bit further. If you really don't like it, see why and do something about it. And other ways that we can actually choose, tapping into our intuitive senses and that gut feeling, being in tune with it, to really suss out what's the meaning behind some things, because we can walk into a room sometimes, and it might happen over your Christmas parties and things, where you sense, I don't like the energy here, or wow, it's really going to be great. All senses that we have, we do really need to be connecting into and understanding, not jumping and reacting to everything, but understanding that the why we are feeling that way with certain things or other things, and then allow the flow of understanding to actually come through, and choose the joy in what you are experiencing, because there is always a slightly different perspective for that understanding to continue in better ways to be the best person that we are. So, I went through a lot just then just to explain that, didn't I? And here we go with Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Lovely to see you here too. So in anything that you're moving forward in at this time of year, certainly take those breaths and times to relax and allow the flow to continue around you without feeling phased and hassled by it. Bring in that peaceful feeling of what the flowers have for me today, just seeing that as the first card. The beautiful energies of what is the natural nature-grown things, not the synthetic plastic stuff, and really appreciating what we have around us in the form of what is natural, and looking within for what is the joy as well. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for being here for the Daily Lenormand card spread reading. It is a joy to be here and share with you every morning. So good morning, Litza. I'm just about to finish, so you may need to go back and watch from the start, the replay. The replays are always available in the avenues, the channels that I share this with. I have got it on the mytimetv.live. It is on my Boundy page, the Boundy Psychic Medium card reading group even. I think I've got it in the group as well. Periscope, which means Twitter, Twitch. There are avenues and YouTube that you can watch this at various points as replays. So, and certainly if you need help with anything as far as more detailed readings or therapies, the therapies of course is the hypnosisplus.com.au and the rosboundy.com.au. I do have the hypnotherapies and stuff listed there, I think. I'm still tweaking that site. But certainly get in touch via the messenger or anything if you're needing help in that way. So thank you again for being here. Be the best you, and namaste until tomorrow morning. Bye for now.